Hi guys, it's Karma, and the quality of this camera on this little computer sucks, but and I'm gonna do a little bit better than I used to do. Now I cast my videos up onto the TV, so they're a bit bigger. But the story of this portrait is that I got it from a guy after he was evicted. As most of you know, I work construction, and part of my job is to do evictions. So, um, while he was being evicted, I asked him, "Did you want to sell this picture?" He said, "Well, you can just have it." And I said, "No, let me pay you something for you, so you can at least get something to eat or something," because um, the guy was sitting on the curb with all of his stuff. So it was a really sad thing, but I mean, he didn't pay his rent for months and months and months. So what can I say? Anyways, I bought it from him for $10, and it turns out that it's got a really nasty attachment. This is a two-part video. The first part is this. You guys remember, I haven't been here a long time, but this is how we're doing it now. Now it's casting up onto the TV. It's, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's try it. So here we go.
Hi guys, it's Karma, and we are just going to conduct a little investigation on the portrait.
I'm going to try and make it a little better, but I don't know how.
So, it was from a forcible eviction. We have to die out of bed.
I don't know, guys. Maybe if I move the chair over here, it would be better.
It's always very sad.
You guys, I appreciate you bearing with me because you know I'm a technotard. I can't figure out any of this stuff.
I gave him all my sympathies. I really did. But during the course of the setup, which means we have to take every possession that he owns, put it on the curb.
A little bit better here.
There was a back building that it's kind of a garage storage building type thing. It's a very old home. And, excuse me, this happened to be in there. And I offered the guy $10 for it. After he told me you can just keep everything in the garage, anything you want is yours. I offered him $10 because I told him at least this will buy you something to eat. So he agreed to it, and I took the portrait. So
dump this whole thing over.
It's been lighting up the rempod, so let's investigate.
Nothing happening right now, anyways.
Using a thing called a smart recorder. It only records when it hears a sound. I don't know this gentleman's name.
I don't know how to make this bigger, and I don't know how to make this thing line up better.
It's retired and hairstyle between 1990 and 1910. But he's very calm and Morgan at the time. At the time, it was in direct conflict with the American trends. So it leads me to believe that this gentleman is English in descent. Is that correct, sir? I do not know your name, so I will refer to you as sir. Would that be acceptable to you, sir? Please touch the red light or wave your hand over the antenna to let me know that this is acceptable. Is there anything that you would like to say to me, sir? There is. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Swear to God, I'm gonna get
Are
this
you
right
glad
now.
to be out of that garage? Are you glad to be in a home where you belong again?
Yeah, that's
Were you
nice.
put out of that garage for a reason? Were you scaring people, sir? Did you scare them and not mean to scare them? It's okay, sir. You can talk. Nobody's watching us. Nobody, hardly anybody ever
Eventually,
watches.
this stuff's gonna get set up correctly.
I just do them to document evidence.
Center.
So, would you like me to know your name, sir? Okay. The only way that I know how to do this is if we go to the alphabet. So, if I say the first letter of your name, please do what you just did. Okay? So, does your name begin with your first name? Does your first name begin with A, B, C, D, E, E? Excellent. Okay. So, the second letter of your first name, is it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, I, E, I, J, I. Okay, so the was it okay? We'll go. Is EI correct? No, it is not. So is it G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R? It's R. I think it's R. Okay, so ER. Very good. Thank you, sir. Third letter of your first name, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E, I. Sir, is your name Eric? Is your first name Eric? No, it is not. So ERI, the fourth letter, please. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So maybe your first name is Ari. Is your first name Ari? Is it Eric? Aram? Aaron? Is your first name Aaron? No. Is your first name Aram? Is your name Aram? It is Aram. Your name is Aram. So I will call you Aram from now on, sir. All right, sir. Aram? Yes, sir. Yes, Aram, I understand. Are you English by descent? Are you American by descent? Were you born in America? Yes. Okay, so you are American by birth. Did you live in South Carolina? You did. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Aram. Did you live in Anderson, South Carolina? Did you live in the upstate of South Carolina? Greenville, Spartanburg, Easley, Clemson, Union, I believe, somewhere in that area in the north part of the state.
Go lay down. Go.
Did you live on the coastal area of the state? Did you live in southern South Carolina? Did you live in central? You lived in central South Carolina. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Aram. 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 That is correct. Yes, sir. Yes, Aram. And your time, what is the year? Your year when this portrait was done. Was this in 1900? 1901? 1902? So between 1900 and 1902? 1903? 1904? 1905? So between 1900 and 1905, is that correct, Aaron? Okay. So you were very fashion forward. You preferred, yes, yes, Aaron. You preferred Edwardian fashion. I can see that. If there's anything that you can say verbally, then please feel free to speak into this right here, next to the object that lights up. Is there anything that you would like to tell me? Is there a message that you would like to give? Can you do that again to confirm? Is there a message that you would like to give me? Can you light up more than the green light? You use that by getting close to the antenna or by touching that red light. Oh, excellent job, Aaron. Excellent job. Okay, so is the message for a family member that you would like to give me? Is the message for a friend? Is it somebody that I know? No. How how am I supposed to get them the message? Okay, so is do you want me to write them a note? You want me to write them a note? It's going to take us an awfully long time to dictate a note using the alphabet one letter at a time. Aaron, would you prefer to speak into that voice recorder? Would you prefer to speak to me?
Volume up.
How do you propose we do this, Aaron? Just like this? Okay, we'll do the Q&A thing. I need you to show me that you can light up other colors on that machine. Can you please touch the red light for me? It won't hurt you. I absolutely, sincerely promise you it won't hurt you, I promise. It won't. And you can even draw some power from that, a little energy. It has a battery in it and you can use that. Perfectly okay. Would you like me to put a battery on the chair so you can touch it and use it for energy? If you want that, okay, can you hold on for just a moment while I go and get one for you, sir? All right then. You're gonna see this start flashing and that's me walking. It's something to do with arrow. This is a battery. I don't know that they had any batteries in 1907, but it contains a small amount of electricity. But it's a weak charge, so it would in no way hurt you to touch it. If you need to use it for energy, you are more than welcome to. Ouch. Aaron, would you like to touch that battery? Go right ahead. If you touch that battery and touch the red light at the same time, it will make that whole light, that whole rempod light up. It's called a rempod. The lights are energy and motion sensitive, I believe. So it only registers to let me know that you're here and as a way for us to communicate. Would you like to continue communicating in this way? Would you like to try verbally speaking to me? I'm not sensitive. I've heard voices before, but you have to be very loud for me to hear you. you want, you can speak into that machine. It can record. That's great. If you can record your voice, even at a level that I can't hear. Would you like to communicate through knocks? Once for yes, twice for no. You can knock on the glass in front of your portrait. If you would like to try that, Aram, go ahead and knock once for yes and twice for no. Okay, so we won't do that. Perhaps you're shy. It appears that you spent quite a bit of time forgotten in that garage, buried behind a bunch of things. But you've been liberated and you are out of that dark garage. And for that, I'm very happy for you. So would you like to continue talking with me? Are you perhaps just tired? Probably don't have a lot of energy. You touch that battery, it'll help you. If you want to, you can touch my hand. No. Okay. Do you want to? I believe you're reading what I'm about to say. Wait for me to ask the question, please, okay? Would you like to have your portrait hung up here in the living room? You would. That's nice. It's where I wanted to put you. Right over there in by the corner. Is that a good spot for you? Because there's really no other place. There is. Oh, no, I don't. I don't see another spot, Aaron. So I'll put you over there. I'll move Libby's picture. I was going to put that in a frame anyways. So I think it'll look very nice over there. When you lived in the mid-state of South Carolina in the early 1900s, did you live in a town? Did you perhaps live on a farm? Did you live in a city? You look rather, I swear I just saw that move. You look rather, that's awesome. You look rather affluent, a bit more affluent than a farm person would look. I have a picture in my room of a guy I call Hank. I do not know his name either. And he does appear to be a farm person. And it's a completely different look from you. So, can I ask the question first, please, sir? Did you live, maybe, no, not Charleston. Did you live in Charlotte? Was there another place that was busy during that time? It would have to probably be on the railroad. Were you associated with the railroad? Were you associated with the judicial system? Were you a lawyer? Were you a businessman of some sort? A banker? Well, if I guess it, will you tell me?
Sorry, guys, I had charged up my phone.
Do you not remember what you did when you were alive? Do you know your dad? Did you know you had passed away? That you'd gone to the other side? Do you understand that? Were you wondering why you were trapped in a dark garage? Do you know what's going on? I mean, I don't know that you passed away. Well, okay, so can you tell me how old you were in the 1900s when this portrait was made? Were you in your 20s? 20s. Were you 25? Were you 27? 28? 29? 21? 22? 23? I'm sorry, Aaron, but I think that you must have been confused. Uh, were, were you in your 30s? 40s? That would make a lot more sense. So, did you have children? Were you a bachelor? Were you married? Do you not remember anymore? That's okay. It was probably quite some time ago. And so, after all this time, you've probably forgotten a lot of things. So, if you were in your 40s when this portrait was made in the early 1900s, do you remember what age you were whenever you stopped remembering things? Whenever it's mean to say that you died. So let's just say whenever you found yourself in a different reality. Do you remember what age you were when you found yourself in a different reality? No? Do you remember the house that you lived in? Did you live in an apartment? I can't see that. Did you shoot? My daughter's probably messing with me right now. Did you have a sweetheart? Aaron, did you have brothers or sisters? Maybe you just can't remember any of that. So in the future, we'll work on dog is biting me. Well, ow! Biting me. We'll work on the message that you would like to have sent. That's me looking. That's not Aaron. I had to move because my dog keeps biting me. It's playing. Aaron, do you like animals? I do too. Did you have a favorite pet, like a dog? A horse? A cat? That's my two little fur buddies that are horsing around. Okay, so are you getting tired of using this light? We don't have to do that. We can do things in a different way if you want to. I like it because it gives me a visual. You may not like it because maybe it's a lot of work for you. So, Aaron, would you like to stop talking for now? Would you like me to put you in my bedroom with the recorder going? And then you could talk away all you wanted. Would you like to do that? I'm not putting you in a dark place to hide you, I promise. I wouldn't do that to you. Did it upset you? I would be very upset by that. Oh, maybe you do want to be in a dark place. Do you prefer to? You do. You prefer to be in a dark place and left alone? Does that make you happier? Limited contact and annoyances? Maybe you were not happy when we took you out of that garage. Did that upset you to be moved from that home? Because your portrait was going to end up in the trash. And I couldn't allow that to happen. So I brought you home where I knew you would be safe. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I did, sir. So to confirm, can you please light up the rempod again, just to confirm that we are having an intelligent conversation? Thank you very much. That is a really great confirmation. So can we just chat a little bit more? Is that okay? I have questions for you. You don't have to. Well, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, so that's okay. Okay, great. Thank you. I very much appreciate your help. Can you see around you where you're at? Or do you just see my reality? So what you see is what I see. Thank you. That's great. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Do you believe in heaven? Were you a part of the spiritualist movement? Did you participate in seances? Wow, that's excellent. Is that why you've stayed around so that you can communicate with people? Did you choose not to go to heaven? Did you forget that you can go to heaven? Are you here because you have unfinished business? Do you want me to help you finish your business? I promise you I'll do everything that I possibly can to help you. I have friends that can speak to you without having to use this stuff. Would you like me to help you with that so that you can tell them? You're aware of mediums if you partake in seances. Would you like me to find a medium for you? Then I'll do that. I'll get on that right away. Just as soon. Thank you, I will. I promise. Just as soon as we're done talking. So, Aram, did you have a favorite color? You did. I'm just going to take a wild guess here. Did you love blue? Did you love the color of blue? Yes, sir. A lot of people, I would say a vast majority, appreciate the color blue. Did you have, that's a definitive yes, you really love the color blue. Did you travel by horse or by buggy or tram? Travel by tram, that's awesome. Did you ever ride in a stagecoach? Were you ever in the Civil War? You were. Were you on the side of the South? Very good. Would you like to see a Civil War bugle? Have one. Well, let me get that for you. I'll be right back. You're going to see it light up because I'm moving in vibrations to set this thing off. So I'll be right back. I'm getting the bugle right now. I'm going to put this right here for you, okay, Erin? Top heavy. So how about I lay it down right here? That work for you? Do you like that bugle? So if you were in the war, were you an officer? Did you rise to the rank of officer? No. Were you infantry? No, I don't know that much about military ranking. So I can't do a lot with that. So did you, I mean, let me think, how old were you? Were you a bugler? No. You were a bugler? It's crazy. So you used a horn just like that during the war. Bugle just like that during the war. No, you didn't. You knew a bugler? Did you have a brother that was a bugler? Did you have brothers that were in the war with you? Did you have friends that were in? You had, wow, you had a lot of friends in the war with you. Is that correct? Yeah, that was a big yes. Were you disappointed by the way it turned out? If you had to do it all over again, would you, yes, participate in the Civil War, or no, you would not participate in the Civil War again? Yes, you would. Okay, I mean, I understand that. You fought for what you thought was correct. And I'll tell you, today it's a very touchy subject. There is no shame in fighting for what you believe in, and I'll not lecture you on your beliefs. We'll leave it just the way it is. Were you injured during the war? Physically? I mean, now, when I first looked at your portrait today, I thought that you looked familiar to me. Do I look familiar to you? Do I remind you of somebody that you knew? No, I have no resemblance to anybody that you knew. Or no. Do I? Yes or no? Yes, light up the rempod. No, leave it on red. Do we know each other, Aaron? Did we used to know each other? Good. Okay, so there's always a reason that things happen, and I believe that it's always fate or destiny that leads me to find certain things. And I've no doubt that I was destined to find your portrait, and I know that you were destined to be found by me. So there is a reason that we've been brought together. Is this correct? And that reason is to help you um, get the closure that you need to sell your unfinished business. Is that correct? Well, I don't know. But we will have so many opportunities to talk about this, and we will. We will definitely have many more conversations. And I look forward to that. And I swear I just saw you blink. So I'm sure that's because I've had a very long and exhausting day. And that was my imagination. Do you think that's funny? Do you think that's funny that I see things when I get tired? I do. So would would you like me to put your portrait in my room, or would you prefer to stay where you're at for the night? Would you like to go to my room? Would you like to stay out here in the living room for the night? Yeah, it doesn't matter to you. Okay. Doesn't matter to me either. I'm just telling you that I'm really tired. I did work really hard today. Are you tired too, Erin? Are you tired? Do you get tired? Do you feel tired? And you still feel emotions? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, I'm going to, yes, I am. I'm very tired. And I am going to end our conversation. Would that be okay with you for tonight? So yeah, I'm just drained. Wow, talk about the bottom dropping out. I see you're working so hard that just in the day, if you sat for any amount of time, you knew that was it. You were working. Yeah, haven't we all been? Would you like to say goodnight by lighting up the whole rempod? Oh, nice. Can you light up the other colors to say goodnight? Okay, so then I am going to say goodnight to you, Aram. And I very much look forward to future conversations with you. I hope you feel the same way. I hope to discover more and more about you and your life. And
I would live to regret that statement, believe
and
me.
eventually, I would like to help you get that message across that you want to get across. I've really enjoyed our conversation, and I have truly enjoyed your participation in it. And is there anything that you want to tell me before we say goodnight, sir? All right, then. Um, Thank you, Aaron. Tomorrow, if you don't mind, I would like to work on your last name, if you would like to do that with me. I consider it rude to call you by your first name without your permission to do so. Okay, so we'll work on that definitely tomorrow. I would like to know your surname. And with that, I am going to bid you a good evening, sir. And I look forward to seeing and talking with you again tomorrow evening. All right, guys. If you just joined me, then feel free to go back to the start of this. My friend Aram is, hi Aram, is a very kind and prolific conversationalist. And he does like to talk. He does like to talk. So, good night, Aram. Good night, Facebook. This is Karma, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, guys, hi. That was not a nice person at all. In the next video, I get really, really great evidence.
Oops, hold Karma, on. And just going to got my Lysol handy. I always sterilize things, even before. Okay, so sorry.
In the next video, what I do is play back the video, and I left the rempod on, not thinking about it. So in the next video I'll post, it's me playing this video, but I'm noticing that the rempod is still in front of the portrait, and he's answering the questions again. So I'm going to post that when I'm basically uploading all my videos from Facebook, because I haven't been on YouTube in a long time, and I'm in Facebook jail right now. So I'm actually getting the opportunity to load all these videos up, because I'm usually screwing around on Facebook. I haven't been as attentive as I should be on here. And so I'm going to just blast you with a lot of videos. I've got 2 I'm going to share before the second part of this one. And they have both received thousands of views on Facebook. So they're pretty good videos, and I have not gotten any negative comments about them. I don't know if you remember or not, but I did have a haunted museum. And by haunted museum, I mean haunted items museum. So I've been steadily collecting haunted items. And once I closed the museum, I put a lot of it in storage. But I also brought a lot of it here. And as active as this house was before, it's way more active now. And I don't know if that's a result of the things that I brought in, or it was already like that, or the portrait of Aram is responding to this house. But I can tell you, at first that's what I thought, but then I found out what Aram really is. Aram is currently residing in the driveway in my car that I don't drive anymore. And he is locked the hell down. This, what it turns out is, it'll make a lot more sense. It's not human. It is what I call a chaos demon. And by that, it just brings all of this chaos into your life, like all at one time. Everything starts screwing up. And once I realized this, I locked it down. And by locking down, I mean I bound it. And it broke those bounds, and it got me. It got, oh, Jesus, I was almost afraid, but not quite. Fortunately, I've dealt with this kind of thing before, so I knew immediately to take action and deal with this. So he is currently, in the car in my driveway, and it is bound as tightly as I know how to do it. And I'm hoping like hell it doesn't get out before I can figure out what to do with it. I cannot pass the portrait on to anybody unless they're highly aware of what is attached to it, because you don't want this crap in your life. I absolutely promise you this. It's bad. I mean, it is so bad. Within the course of a couple of days, I mean, everything fell apart. And then once I bound it again and put it outside, then everything is fine again. It was just insane. But let me go ahead and move on to the other videos, and I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down, because I want to do each one individually. I'm going to show you the 2 shorter videos that got thousands of views on Facebook, and then we'll move on to part 2 of the portrait. Okay, so this is Karma, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been so good to be back on YouTube. See you in a bit.